Hi, and welcome to my channel. I thought that I would do a couple of catch-up videos for anybody who is just joining us. So if you've watched all the videos, there's not going to be anything new in here. I'm literally going to be playing through or watching through the old videos and just updating on everything that's happened so far with our Miller family. So we live in Windenburg right now, which we're pretending like is medieval England. And we are starting in the year 1300 with our two main starting characters, and they are Edmund and Grace. They are teenagers and they have just gotten married and spent the first year just building their new house. Edmund also spent a lot of that time dying over and over because I didn't know how to turn off the emotional deaths at first. So we spent a lot of time trying to get Edmund to not die. And our first babies were born, and it was twins. And so Grace had Sebastian and baby Faith. And we also had our first baby Death because Faith failed her role and she died. And that was the end of 1300. 1301 was a pretty quiet year compared to our first year. We did get our first llama. We named him Lenny the llama. And we had to make kind of a new house. I lost my save game and I had to start over. So we got a new house out of it. And that was about it in 1301, although Grace is pregnant with the next baby. 1302 is kicked off with a new baby. It's a boy, and we name him Robert. He lives, and everything goes really well until it's time for Sebastian to age up, and our very first baby, Sebastian, dies as a toddler. Then we end the year by getting a new cow. Now, moving into 1303, Grace is pregnant again. This time, she has twin boys. They are named Edward and Hugh. Edward dies, but we get to keep Hugh. The other good news from 1303 is that Robert grows up and becomes a toddler. 1304 brings the most chaos we've ever had in our house when our quadruplets are born. They are Mary, Michael, Cooper, and Solomon. So one girl, 3 boys, and our lives become quite chaotic at that point. But the other good news is that Hugh ages up to be a toddler and he lives. So everybody this year lives. 1304 was a very busy year. 1305 had nothing significant happen. So we jumped to 1306 where the quads age up. That's the good news. Mary, Michael, and Cooper are all doing great. Solomon, on the other hand, dies. And at the very end of the year, we have another baby, William, who also dies. 1307 again brings us nothing but a new baby, Alice, who dies. And 1308 brings us Robert aging up into a kid, and it's our first child who has not died. Also in 1308, we get a little remodel of our house, and this is kind of how it's going to continue to look for quite a few years. So this is our first big remodel, and we close out 1308 with Grace pregnant again. And we're closing out this decade in 1309 with a new baby named Emma, who also dies. We also close out this year with a new baby named Adam, who also dies. The only bright spot and the best part of this year is that Hugh ages up right in the middle of the year, and we now have 2 children on our farm, as well as the 3 toddlers. This has been so much fun to play. It's been so much fun to look back on the first 10 years of playing this. It seems like it's been forever because I'm almost in the third decade in this game. And so it's just been a lot of fun going back and re-looking at everything. And I think I'm going to start doing these every 10 episodes. So every time I get to a 10-year mark, I'll make a recap video and that video will come out. If you want to see any of these videos, they will all be linked below, and the playlist will be linked at the end of the video. You can pick up there. If you liked this and you're ready to jump into 1310, I will make sure I link that video below so that you can catch up. Otherwise, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.